You need to watch this if you struggle with believing in the paranormal. In the summer of 1976, Jack, Charlie, Jim and Chuck embarked on a canoeing trip in the remote wilderness of Allagash, Maine. Dense forests and isolated lakes promised adventure. But this retreat turned into a horrifying ordeal. On their second night near Eagle Lake, everything seemed perfect. The sky was clear, the air alive with forest sounds. But then an eerie silence fell. No crickets, no owls, just an unsettling quiet. They shrugged it off and went to bed. Around midnight, Jack woke to a blinding light. He roused his friends, and they saw it too, a glowing orb above the lake. Beams of light shot down, paralyzing them with fear. Everything went black. They awoke in their tents, unable to remember how they got there. Small, circular burns marked their bodies. The serene lake now felt sinister. Determined to escape, they cut their trip short. As they paddled away, an eerie presence loomed. They saw the orb again, closer and more menacing. Terrified, they paddled furiously, finally reaching safety. Years later, they learned they weren't alone. Numerous reports from Allagash spoke of mysterious lights and strange encounters. The friends never talked about it publicly, but the scars were a constant reminder. Thanks for joining us on this spine-chilling journey. Like, share and subscribe to Mystic Tales for more haunting stories. Remember, sometimes the most peaceful places hold the darkest secrets. Stay curious and stay safe. The trip had started like any other adventure. The four friends, seasoned outdoorsmen, were excited to explore the untouched beauty of Allagash. They spent their days paddling through the pristine waters, fishing, and enjoying the tranquility of nature. As night fell, they would set up camp, cook their meals over an open fire, and share stories under the starlit sky. It was a perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. They had planned this trip for months, meticulously mapping out their route and ensuring they had all the necessary supplies. Little did they know they were about to encounter something beyond their wildest nightmares. The first night passed without incident, but on the second night, as they camped near Eagle Lake, things took a dark turn. The forest, which had been so full of life, suddenly fell silent. It was as if the entire wilderness was holding its breath. The friends exchanged uneasy glances, but tried to brush off the unsettling quiet. They settled into their tents, hoping for a good night's sleep. But sleep would not come easily. Around midnight, Jack was jolted awake by a blinding light. He quickly woke the others, and they all stared in disbelief at the glowing orb hovering above the lake. It was unlike anything they had ever seen. The light grew brighter, and beams shot down, paralyzing them with fear. They couldn't move, couldn't speak. The last thing they remembered was the overwhelming brightness before everything went black. When they awoke, they were back in their tents, but something was terribly wrong. They couldn't remember how they got there, and their bodies were marked with strange circular burns. The once serene lake now felt ominous and threatening. Fearful and confused, they decided to cut their trip short. As they paddled away, they couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The eerie presence seemed to follow them, and they saw the glowing orb again, this time even closer and more menacing. They paddled with all their might, desperate to reach safety. When they finally made it to shore, they were exhausted and terrified. They vowed never to speak of the incident again, but the memories and the scars remained. Years later, they discovered that they were not alone in their experience. Numerous reports from the Allagash area spoke of mysterious lights and strange encounters. It seemed that the wilderness held secrets far beyond their understanding. The friends never went public with their story, but the scars on their bodies and the haunting memories were a constant reminder of that terrifying night. They had encountered something otherworldly, something that defied explanation. Thanks for joining us on this spine-chilling journey. The Allagash abductions remain one of the most compelling and terrifying accounts of alien encounters. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, the story of Jack, Charlie, Jim and Chuck is a haunting reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Like, share and subscribe to Mystic Tales for more haunting stories. We delve into the unknown, bringing you tales that will send shivers down your spine. Remember, sometimes the most peaceful places hold the darkest secrets. The wilderness, with its untouched beauty, can also be a place of unimaginable horror. Stay curious and stay safe. The world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and who knows what you might find when you venture into the unknown.